Hi there, good to see you. I'm back. Well, I'm back in the house anyway, doing a little talking head video, an update about myself and how I'm going to take the channel forward. I hope you're all well, I hope you're keeping good, and I hope you're sorting yourself out when you've got worries and when you've got stress, whether that's talking to friends or talking to relatives. You need to do that. You can't just bury it all inside and let it get on top of you. So the last time you saw me, I'd just had my accident at Padley Gorge. I was out and about. I'd started off really well with some nice images, and then just as I was about to wrap up the vlog, I saw this waterfall and I thought, let's go and get an image of that waterfall. So instead of walking back down the path and going back up the path where the beck was, I thought, ooh, I'll take a shortcut. Yeah, shortcuts. So I sort of scrambled along this sketchy path to a point where I thought I could go down a slope and then get on the path at the side of the beck and take the image of the waterfall. So as I'm going down this slope, my right foot goes from under me and I just collapse onto my left foot, and I thought, ouch. And at that point I'm thinking, do I phone 999 for emergency services? I'm thinking, is there a Peak District Mountain Rescue that come and get me out of here? And then I had the thought, who wants to be that middle-aged fat man with a camera that gets rescued just because he's got a sprained ankle? So I decided to scramble out of there. Like I say, the path I came in on was sketchy and it had a gap in it that I'd had to jump across, and I thought there's no way I can do that with my ankle as it is. So I decided to scramble up the banking at the side, about 30 or 40 foot, which was quite steep, and I gave that a go, and with my good foot I was kicking out holes in the side of it so I could get some grip with my feet and climb up with my hands. And I got nearly to the top, and then I felt myself swaying back and I thought, oh God, I'm going to fall. But no, I just managed to hold on to the banking. And then I got stuck right at the top just as I was going to get out, and I was shouting, help, help. But no one was there, and I was using the whistle on my bag for about 5-10 minutes and no one turned up. And I just thought, you're just going to have to do it yourself. So I did. Fortunately, there was a tree trunk that had fallen down, a decent sized one, and I managed to get my arms over it and pull myself up over the top onto the path. And then at that point, instead of taking the short way back to Surprise View car park like I should have done, but it was a bit muddy and a bit sketchy going up the slope to the path to get back to the car park, and I didn't really fancy that. So I took the long way up the beck, past the bridge and back down to the car park. I don't know how long, half a mile, walked all the way there using me tripod as a crutch, as some support with my sprained ankle. Got in the car, drove home to Wakefield, and it was really sore, and I thought, it's only sprained, it's only sprained. Went out to try and get my youngest son thing for his birthday for the Sunday. Came back, cooked tea, did all the usual stuff. Then Wednesday morning I got up and I thought, I cannot go to work on this, I've got to rest it. So at that point the missus says to me, you are going to hospital and get it checked out. So for once I did as I was told, and I did go, and it turned out to be a double fracture of my ankle. Fractured fibula and a fractured malleolus, if you know what that is. And got it in a cast for a few weeks, and now the cast's off. It's Christmas Eve. I'm still hobbling around a bit because it's still a bit stiff, hoping to get some physio on it, and hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll be back to work. And I can't wait, to be honest, to go back to work. It's been quite dull at home. I mean, to be honest, I could cope with it, being at home, but it's nice to go to work and do your job and help people and have a bit of a chat actually with other people. So for everyone, it's a bit of a crazy world at the moment again. We don't know which tier we're in week to week. The government's crazy and no one can help us. well, hopefully we can help ourselves and get ourselves sorted out by wearing masks, washing hands, and space the final frontier from each other, keeping that social distancing going until we can all have a vaccine. Wouldn't that be wonderful? So I've asked Santa for some camera bits, for some photography bits, and hopefully when he comes down our chimney and empties his sack in the lounge, there will be something in it for me, photography related. And those bits I get, I will show in another vlog very soon and give them a little cheeky review, maybe even do an unboxing. Wow, unboxings. And how do I plan to take the channel forward? Well, I don't know at the moment, because no one knows what we're going to be like at New Year, do we? You know, it might be back to local photography, or you might be able to get out and about, but I suspect we'll all be in some sort of lockdown come Boxing Day probably, which will be a shame. Am I going to get a Lumix S5? Well, I don't know, but I have managed to score a loan of one from Panasonic with a lens, which is always helpful, of course. So hopefully middle of January, I'm going to get that delivered to me for 2 weeks to try out the Lumix S5 and the 24-105mm lens. And we'll see how that is, and maybe do a little comparison of the G9 versus the S5 and see how that goes. Hopefully during that week I can get out somewhere nice like Peak District or Lake District and give it a real good try. Am I going to get one? I don't know, because even that basic combination of the camera and the 24-105 is over £3,000, and I don't really know if I can afford that without selling a kidney. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we can get out and give it a good showing. Hopefully we can get out and give it a good trying out. So I don't know what to do with the channel at the moment. Do I just keep on doing photography adventures where I go out, take some images and hopefully improve those skills, give the odd tip here and there, or do I stick in some equipment reviews, how to do B-roll, that sort of thing? Because it's quite interesting how you can take your channel forward. Because it'd be nice to take it forward, get some more subscribers, some more viewing time and get it monetized. You know, I make no bones about this. You know, it probably will never happen because I'm just a I make no bones about this, and it may never happen, the monetization thing, because, you know, I'm a bang average photographer and I've got a face made for radio. But I'd love to do that. I'd love to just get monetized at some point. I know that sounds shallow, and I know that sounds shallous, and all the pious people out there that abhor the thought of someone trying to monetize their channel would probably turn their faces away in disgust at that sort of thought. But you know, I do love just doing it because I love doing it and bringing you the nice images and going somewhere that you might not be able to get to. But you know, you've got to have a target, haven't you? You've got to have a goal ultimately on YouTube. So I'm hoping in 2021 to do a trip to Skye. What a gorgeous looking place that is. And I think hopefully by May or June when I plan to go, I think we should be all right by then, because a lot of people will have had the vaccine and hopefully we'll be out and about again. Probably in tier 2. I don't think the mask thing will ever go away, not for a year or two anyway, if that. But hopefully we'll be able to move from zone to zone and stretch his legs and improve his mental well-being by getting out and about. So I think I've talked for much too long now, and I just want to say Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. And let's face it, it can't be any worse than the previous year. So I will see you in the next video, which will probably be 2021. But take care all of you and keep safe.